We're talking about pests. So, what do I look for? How do I know I have pests? What do I do when I have pests? All kinds of fun stuff. In Portland, we have a lot of rats, which is really gross. We captured one at one of our houses and it was like this big. It was terrifying. It was really gross. I wouldn't recommend you do it yourself. It's not good. Anyways, the things you look for. Obviously, you probably all have seen those little, what they call malodorous ants. Those don't damage your property at all, but they're just a pain in the butt, right? Because they're all over the surface. They're moisture ants, so they like it wet-ish. But they really just eat sugar. So you can use that taro bait stuff that you get at Fred Meyer. Those are pretty easy to take care of. If you want to, you can call an exterminator and they'll spray and that'll take care of it for like a year or two, but they always come back. And then, let's see, mice and rats are a big problem in Portland because of all of our chicken population. Rats eat chicken poop, fun fact. And so the rat population has really skyrocketed in Portland these days, so it's really gross, but it's something I'd call a professional for. So they're really hard to get out once they get in, because they're able to like totally take apart their body and get into tiny little spaces. So finding where they're coming in and excluding it is really difficult to do. Of course, we have pest people that can help you with that. And then other big ones, let's see, carpenter ants, wood-burrowing beetles, termites. So termites are a fascinating one in Portland. Termites are not a big deal, it turns out. The type of termites that we have don't do that much damage, so we don't have to tent properties like the bad ones in California. They can usually do a simple spray, and that typically takes care of it. Carpenter ants don't eat wood, but they nest in wood, so they'll eat the wood to make a nest. So what are you looking for? You're looking for what's called Frass, and it's really just like a tiny little bit of what looks like sawdust, and it's from the ants chewing up the wood to make a nest. There'll be like just a tiny little pile of sawdust, and that's how you know you've got a carpenter ant infestation. As far as termites go, you'll see tiny little tubes on the sides of things, usually in the basement or in the crawl space. They're no more than like a 1/4 inch across maybe, and it's mud. They literally make mud tubes because they can't stand light, and so they have to make little mud tubes for them to travel everywhere. They're fascinating creatures. Let's see. Wood-boring beetles are super terrible. They're kind of the worst I've ever seen. And if you look at wood, typically it's going to be in wet wood, so in the crawl space or in the basement, and you're going to just see tiny little holes, like tiny, like the end of a pen, that size, but you're going to see a bunch of them in one place, and that's how you know you have those kind of beetles. They can destroy a house pretty quickly if they're not taken care of. I'm trying to think if there's anything else exciting. Of course, if you see anything, call me. I can help you identify it, or I can at least put you in touch with the right people that can. Most of the things pest people can take care of. Oh, of course, the one big thing, squirrels. We're kind of past the season of squirrels right now, but we had squirrels in our attic this year, and it was a nightmare. Once they nest in there, they're like taking care of their young, and so they defend that nest pretty intensely. It's not good. You'll hear scratching in the walls, like wake you up scratching in the walls, and rats sometimes do the same thing. It's so creepy. It was hard for us. Squirrels, I actually think, are probably the hardest thing to get rid of, because they're tricky and they're smart, and they go in and out. So they're not always there. So you're never sure when they're there, and it could be a bit of a nightmare. anyways, I don't know if I'm helping or hurting, but pests are no fun is the moral of this story, and call me if you need any recommendations because I have people that can help. As always, if you want to tune into more information, feel free to go to our YouTube channel, Paris Group Realty, or just comment below if you have a question that you're dying to have me answer. I would be happy to feature it. And we'll see you next week. Take care.